It's Chef Pooch Rivera here, and today we're about to build some big-time flavor to honor one of New Orleans' most iconic dishes, a family tradition, a Monday night staple, a local classic, red beans and rice, baby. And we're not making ours without the best ingredients on the market. Today, we got some real good company, y'all. My dear friend, fellow chef, Jennifer Hill Booker. So let's get cooking and show her how it's done down here in New Orleans. First stop, Camellia beans. Allison, I'd love to introduce you to one of my friends and colleagues, Jennifer Hill Booker. She's a chef from Atlanta.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to finally meet
you. Well, it was nice to be here. I did not know about Camellia beans until, I guess about 10 years ago, when I came out with my first cookbook, which was Field Peas to Foie Gras. And then I was able to discover your company, the beans itself, and how wonderful they are.
Welcome to what I like to refer as Bean Headquarters, Bean HQ.
So New Orleans by birth or spirit has kind of been really the quintessential town for red beans and rice, and you guys are the standard for that.
We started over 100 years ago in the French market. My great-grandfather was selling dried beans and other produce. Obviously, with the dish of red beans and rice, red beans became very popular. We only purchase like the top 10%, the premium. There's like a grade 1 USDA, and then there's something above that literally some of our suppliers call the Hayward standard.
Wow, that's nice.
He kind of set the standard now for a lot of other brands, not even New Orleans brands, other brands nationally and internationally to kind of follow. It was great checking in with Allison at Camellia, AKA Bean HQ. But now it's time for me to link up with me familia at Crescent City Meat Company. Jen.
Yeah.
Chef, I wanted to introduce you to my Uncle Jerry. He's the owner and founder of Crescent City Meats here in Jefferson Parish.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
beautiful
you,
space,
Jennifer.
beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful
Thank
products.
You. Thank you.
So we just came back from Camellia Beans, as you can see.
Nice.
I'm official now.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So what goes better with red beans?
Oh, obvious.
Then obviously sausage,
Smoked
smoked sausage, hot sausage, tasso, which you have a whole rack behind us.
Well, we do. That's what we are. We're a sausage manufacturer. We create and design just about anything anybody wants. The smoked sausage is obviously the best. And it's about a 5-hour cook. We cook them in the smokers. We process it. We let it hang overnight, cure it, and then we smoke them.
Nice.
All clean ingredients. It's the #1 seller for red beans. I mean, let's face it. That's what goes with red beans.
Yeah.
Right? Would you like to try some?
Yeah, absolutely. That's nice. That's
really
good
good.
spice. Mm-hmm.
If you go further west in Louisiana, they're going to use a tasso. So a tasso is kind of a cured ham.
Spicy.
Oh, okay. I could definitely see these in red beans. And I'll tell you why. I think it has like a nice amount of fat, but it's not greasy. It's very firm. It's got a nice spice. So I think I can do this, maybe trade it out for those ham hocks a time or two.
There you go. There you go.
I love tasting it. And you can taste the garlic, the onions,
Yeah.
everything's so pronounced in there. It's really, really good. But tonight we're going to Gris Magazine Street.
Oh, nice.
Chef Eric Cook, one of my good close friends. I would love for him to see this because I think he's going to make a masterpiece out of this, brother.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to cooking with him, trying some different products of yours and the red beans, and then I can report back and let you know how it turned out.
Well, we'll cut you off a piece to bring back to him.
Oh,
That'd be
wonderful.
great.
Thank
That
you.
would be great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chef, like always, I'm never gonna come in empty-handed. It's a New Orleans tradition that we're gonna bring something, like a little housewarming type thing. Today we spent the day at Crescent City Meats right after we left Camellia to learn how they do everything. So we got you a piece of tasso, made today, baby boy, cured for 48 hours and then made today. I'm gonna let you open that up. We also got a little bit of andouille from Crescent City Meats. Only the finest, bro, only the finest.
And this is, kind of a snapshot of, South Louisiana, the South in general. We talk about the Mississippi Delta, right? But, our origins of our great, cuisine are, it's an indigenous thing, right? So we prepared what we had around us. You can taste the family in this. You can taste, the generations of recipes that were passed down. So a good piece of smoked tasso. And a lot of folks you might read about, oh, it's spicy, And I tell people all the time, we don't make our food spicy. We just like it well seasoned.
Well seasoned, there's a difference.
A big difference. And that's what this is, just a really great well seasoned.
It's well seasoned, yeah.
So look, why don't you guys catch a seat and maybe get a cocktail, which we do. You know, we invented the cocktail in New Orleans, right?
I've heard that.
I'm gonna get these red beans and rice going. We'll talk about how everything comes from, and we'll get this place smelling good. How's that sound?
Heard, Chef.
Awesome. All right, let me get busy for you.
All right, cool.
Pretty much how we start most dishes, you know, is you get some kind of, you know, you're doing a meat or a sausage or a beef, whatever. We're gonna render it all the way down. I start the same way. The greatest thing I think about our cooking culture, I guess, especially in, you know, South Louisiana, it kind of transcends right through most of the South, but it's building flavors. So we want to render this down, right? We get all that great andouille sausage cooking down from our good friends. And then we're gonna go standard New Orleans recipe, pretty much, the Trinity, right? Camellia red beans is a staple, obviously, but
Right.
once you get off of that,
Right.
you'll see variations in everybody's house you go to, because everyone's got a great story. Obviously, you know, born and raised in New Orleans, I'm lucky enough to be in not only my parents' kitchen, but some of my best friends' kitchens and their moms and their food, you know. But it never, you know, ceases to amaze me. You know, when you walk into a room and you smell that combination of celery, onion, bell pepper, garlic, you know, and it's cooking and it's wafting through the air. To this day, I sometimes will just step out of my own kitchen and then
Walk
come back
right back
Just so
inside,
you can
walk
get
in.
the smell again.
Because it's and what it is, I think it's just, it sparks memories, you know what I mean? It really does. And it took me a long time to grow up and realize how lucky I was, you know, to be exposed to this great food.
Well, let's give a toast to Gree, Chef Cook, and most of all, Camellia.
Don't leave our friends out, Crescent City Meats, for the
You are
great
correct,
andouille
sir.
and the amazing tasso we're about to enjoy. These red
Absolutely.
beans.
Uncle Jerry.
So you guys, yep, absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
Like you can see, they're so cooked out. There's still some texture to the beans,
Right.
but when you get into them, and they're just creamy as can be.
I like it a lot. I have a good friend. She's from here, and so she'll cook for us. And so I've gotten really used to like her gumbo, which is like to me the best, and then her red beans, and it's that texture and that flavor. So I try to emulate that when I make mine, you know.
You know, some of my greatest memories of red beans and rice, you know, of being a kid and growing up, you know, in that small little town, Araby, Louisiana, you know, next to New Orleans, you know. But
Big city.
don't think we didn't know whose moms were throwing down those beans on Monday.
There you
know?
go.
And sometimes it always wasn't my mom. You know, we knew where to go. If you were riding down the street and you saw all the bikes on somebody's lawn, you knew
Funny.
that was the spot to be that day, you know. So
Thank you, Chef, for bringing us all back to the table. And don't think anything of it if you see my bike parked out front. And remember, it doesn't have to be Monday to enjoy a big, hearty bowl of one of New Orleans' most flavorful traditions. With that, that's a wrap on red beans and rice, y'all.